Hey mamas, welcome back to Homestead Hearts. I live in beautiful Michigan and it's a gorgeous summer day and I'm actually on vacation with my family right now and I brought a few of our kids with me, but we're going to go out garage sailing this morning and I thought it was a perfect time to show you my go-to really quick simple look for on the go in the summertime. I'll be honest, I don't even get to this some days. Some days I've just got to be out the door and I'm barefaced. And it just feels better when I can take a few minutes to take care of myself, fix it up a little bit. So what I'm going to show you this morning is I have a clean face and I'm actually going with second day hair. So I thought I'd talk about my shampoo routine. I only shampoo my hair about every other day. I've tried to go longer than that before and it just doesn't seem to work for me. I will say dry shampoo is not a natural option. And that is important to me, but I have to try to manage my time well as a mother. So dry shampoo is the way to go if you're like that. So I got this dry shampoo at Marshall's. It seems to be a product you can find there fairly regularly. This is the blush scent. Not my favorite scent, but it works great. So I'm going to take the last time I washed my hair was yesterday, and I do shampoo my bangs because I just feel like my bangs get a little bit oily and they don't look so good. So I'm going to brush out my hair, and then I'm going to do a quick blow dry of the bangs with a round brush. I feel like if I brush it to the side a little bit and go back and forth, it doesn't get so, it looks a little more natural, I think. All right. And then I'm going to plug in my straightener. And while that gets warmer, I'm going to do my dry shampoo. I did throw a little dry shampoo in my hair yesterday because when your hair is freshly clean, it's harder to tease and get any volume to it, at least for me. So if you throw in a little dry shampoo, even if it's freshly clean, it gives a little more texture. I'm going to do it again this morning. So I just hold my hair up and do quick shots at the root, especially around the frame of my face. And then let it sit for a minute. Okay, while that's sitting, I'm going to first wash my hands and then I'm going to put on some moisturizer. This is the moisturizer I'll be using is Orange Silk Hydrating Cream from the Trim Healthy Mama Naturals line. Okay. So I just dab on a little bit on my face. This is about all I use for my whole face. Sometimes that might even be a little bit too much. We'll try that much. Don't want a greasy face, just enough that it's got a little bit of moisture. Okay, and I could use a little bit more. Just a tiny bit. Especially I feel like in the summer months, I start off so dry and then I get really oily by the end of the day. But I like to feel like my face is well hydrated. And that's the other thing, I'm not great about drinking a lot of water. So I need to get better about that. Okay, while I was putting on my moisturizer, my straightener got nice and hot. And I'm not going to be perfect about this. My bangs actually turned out pretty well when I dried them, but they get a little bit funky as the day goes on if I don't tame them now with a straightener. Okay, and then here's how I curl my hair with a straightener. pull a section out, a thin section. There's not a lot of hair there. Start at the top of the hair, clamp it, and then turn it one full rotation and slide it down the hair. Okay, I'll show you again. Clamp the hair, turn it one full rotation, slide down the hair. So I just do this, especially around my face. I don't worry about the back and sides so much. At least first day I kind of have to. Second day, it's not so bad because it's already been tamed a little bit. But I just have I didn't get curly hair. Didn't even get wavy hair. I got semi-straight, semi-wavy, semi-curly hair, which makes it how the Lord saw fit to make me. So I don't want to grumble, but for the look that I like to do, makes it a little bit difficult. So I do have to do a fair amount of straightener work. And then I get, sometimes with my second day hair, I get funky like bedhead lines, cowlicks or whatever, right around my face, which tells me I slept nice and hard last night. So I like it just to be kind of like that beachy wave look. So on the other side, this is hard. This is hard for me. What I do is try to go around the top, okay? So it's just the opposite side. One full rotation and slide it out, and then you're gonna have to kind of play with it a little bit to get it to curl the way that it's supposed to. So I'll show you again. Turn it from the top and then one full rotation and slide it out, okay? So that it'll set funny like that, but if you play with your fingers, it should set the way that it's supposed to, okay? Once more. That one didn't work. Okay. So I just kind of do this around the frame of my face so that it's curling away, out and away from my face, not toward, out and away. Well, of course, while I'm filming, this is gonna go crazy on this side. So I'm going to try it the other way, going up from under. This doesn't usually do the trick, but in a pinch, it'll do. That worked much better. All right. Do the same thing on the bottom. By the way, I'm not a hairstylist. I have a lot of them in my family. I'm just a girly girl who loves to do my own hair. Actually, that's probably a lie. I don't really like to do my own hair. I just like to have it done. I don't have time for this, really. But you do what you gotta do. Alright, so I'm gonna check out the back of my hair. Make sure that it's decent. Not too bad. Leftover from yesterday. See that? So, now that I have it sort of blown back from the front, looks good enough for me. Now, if you want to tease it at all, what you do, I'm looking for my hairspray. Here it is. It's actually my mom's hairspray. So I'm using the Tresemme Freeze Hold number 5 this morning. I can't remember. I think it's Suave is the brand I usually normally use at home, and it smells so good, and it does the job. It's not, it's not expensive, but it does the job. So I'm going to hold my hair up at the crown, spray just at the bottom, lightly, let it set for a second, and then take a round brush, and I'm just pulling down at the base, just a little bit. See how much volume that gave that? I don't want it that high, but we want to give it some volume. And I'm going to do another section right there. If my stylist sees this, she's probably laughing at me right now. She made a good point. I hope Ashley, you don't mind me giving away your secret, but don't don't do 3 rows. Kind of disperse it, otherwise you end up with some crowns. I used to do 3 rows, and then I was glad she taught me that trick because it made a whole lot of sense. Okay, so right at the base. And then just tame it down a little bit. I don't like it too high. I used to do a lot of teasing, and I've learned, I think as I've done Trim Healthy Mama and lost some weight in my face, I don't feel the need to tease my hair so high anymore. So shout out to Trim Healthy Mama for that. Okay. Let's check the back again. All right, here's the back. Okay, so hair is done. I'll just give it a quick spray. Okay, so hair is done, and I've moisturized my face. Now, I'm gonna wash my hands one more time. Dun, dun, dun. All right, and then let's start on the face. I've been traveling, so everything is just sort of combined into one. I need to really clean out my makeup case. Okay, I use this CoverGirl True Blend Face Primer for oily skin. I didn't used to use primer. I used to just put the makeup straight on my face. I wouldn't powder it, so I wouldn't like prime my face, I wouldn't seal my face. And I couldn't figure out why my makeup would come off within the next couple of hours after wearing it, sometimes earlier than that. So if that's you, start with a moisturizer, then a primer, put on all your makeup, and I'll show you how to do that, and then seal it with powder and even a spray at the end if you need to do that. We're going to keep it really simple today, but that makes a big difference. So primer all over the face, just a little dab. Little tiny squirt on your fingers. Okay? Now, normally I use a brush for my foundation, but I need to wash all my brushes. So if that's the situation with you, you can just put it on with your fingers. It's not as clean of a look, but it's close. It'll do the trick. So I'm using the Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation from Maybelline, their Dream Velvet line. This is in 15 Ivory. Normally this is, even though it's ivory, normally this is too dark for my skin, but it's summertime. I've been getting some color, which you can probably see right here. This, I got a really, really bad sunburn about a week ago, and my back is peeling so bad it looks terrible. But the burn is terrible, but it left me with some better color on my face, thank goodness. Make sure you get it really under your eyes and the creases, under your nose, and pull it down onto your neck so you don't have a line left on your jawline. That helps it look far more natural. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to take, here it is, my poor little, my cover stick by Maybelline. I'm pretty sure that my twins got into it because, see? But this, anyway, that's all right, I just need to replace it. I'm going to dab it under my eyes. This, and then on my nose, a little under my nose, a little on my chin, and on my jawline. Oops, and between my eyebrows. Okay, and this would be great to do with your blending sponge, but again, I need to wash that, so I'm just going to use my fingers and just gently blend it under your eyes, on the bridge of your nose. I feel like when you put it above your lip, it seems to make your lips look a little bit bigger and your face look a little narrower. So that's the point of when we use like bronzing sticks or this cover stick. It's my own way of contouring, and it sort of brightens you up and thins you out. So that's a good thing. Okay. Then I would normally go around and use this bronzer stick, but we want to keep it really simple, really quick today. So instead, I'm going to use my blush brush, which I actually use for everything. I think a lot of people say that's a no-no, but I don't care. Keep it simple and keep it cheap, right? Speaking of keeping it cheap, this is my secret. The NYC bronzer. This one is in Hamptons Radiance number 706. Really, really cheap, and it does the trick. So just brush the whole thing and then make a kissy face. Other side. Okay, and then brush under your jawline. And then on the sides of your nose. That'll help thin out your nose a little bit. Normally, if I were going to do something like when I'm leading worship at church, going to do something for my other business, I would do a fuller face. But this will keep it simple. It's really quick, really cheap, and it works. Okay, so now just giving yourself a little bit of color. And you can layer it if you need to, but start light and then work up. Okay. Now, I love another cheap brand. This Wet n Wild. This is their version of the L'Oreal Lumi line, I believe. Comes with some highlighters, a blush, and a sort of like, I use this as like an under cheek highlighter. I don't know if that makes any sense, but over my bronzer a little bit. So I hold it like this, swipe the top along the bottom, and then blush it on my cheeks. And that is the perfect combination to highlight and give you a little life to your face. Make sure the pink is going on the apple of your cheek, the highlighter up here, the lighter highlighter, and then the bronzing highlighter down here, okay? I like to do the tip of my nose a little bit, even my chin, and then, again, swipe it around my face and neck just a little bit. A little more color, a little more life. Okay, now, I'm going to keep my eye makeup really simple. I use this, again, Wet n Wild. I'm so cheap when it comes to makeup. My money needs to go to other things. I have 4 kids. But this works great. This is another knockoff of another brand. I think it's L'Oreal that they knocked off, but it works really well, and the colors are great for me. The Wet n Wild Au Naturel Color Icon, this is in 753A. Okay, I'm going to use, where is my eyeshadow brush? Right here. I don't even know what brand this is anymore, but this is the brush I use for almost everything on my eye. I'm going to use the lighter one, the lightest one under my brows, in the inner corners of my eye, and then I'll sweep a little pink across the bottom, this one right here. And then really quickly, I think today I will use this color right here. Keep it real natural, but it gives a little definition. Now my eyes are set a little closer together. So I'm putting the color right in here. If your eyes are set apart, you can do it over here. Okay, just define them a little bit. Really, really, really natural looking. Hardly even noticeable, and that's fine. That's good. Okay, for my lip color, I'm not going to mess around with liner and all that. I'm just going to throw this right on. This is MAC Studio, and I don't even have a color on here, but this is what it looks like. It's a really soft pink, like a florally color, and I would normally go through the trouble of lining and putting on gloss and everything, but we're on the go. So this is really fast. Just, again, giving life to your face. Waking it up a little bit. All right. I need to find my brow liner. Here's my Sonia Kashuk brow liner, and it's a brow definer in taupe. Okay, and I'm going to look in the mirror to do this, but you should start it on the inner corner of your eye. If you hold the pencil like next to your nose and up to the inner corner of your eye, that's where your eyebrows should start. My eyebrows are really wide set, and they're very strange, like very sparse eyebrows. Whenever I've had somebody wax my brows for me, it's interesting. They're just, God made my brows a little bit different, and that's okay. So I'm just gonna fill them in. And it really makes a big difference in framing my face. Sometimes I do a bolder brow, but today, since we're on the go, just keep it really, really simple. See the difference? Okay. And same on the other side, lining it up with the inner corner of my eye. And just tracing my natural brow, but filling in where I need to. And I always have trouble with my left brow. My sister does, when she does my brows, when she does my makeup for me, we're hoping to do a video of that today, by the way. She just does an amazing job, and I'm like, why can't I always get them exactly the same? But good enough. All right, so now that my brow is done, here we go. Now that that's done, we're gonna do a little liner and a little mascara, and then we're done. So, find my liner here. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. And if you have not used liquid liner before, practice before you're going to go somewhere. Practice at home. So I like to do a cat eye. So, okay, I don't know any special technique. I know that people have how-to videos out there, but I just kind of go for it and hope for the best, to be honest. So I'm going to close my eye. Start with the cattail, and then I work my way in. Slowly filling in till the inner corner of my eye. And I apologize, I still have a little bit of a leftover cold. Okay, so that's a really big cat eye, but just having fun in the summertime, right? Okay, so on the other side, try to match it up. Okay. I don't normally do such big cat eyes, but why not today? Why not while I'm filming, right? Okay, and then for mascara, I use this Mega Plush Volume Express. It's the cheapest good mascara, I think, out there. And I get the Blackest Black. Let me see. Yep, Blackest Black. So we'll start. I always start on my right eye. Do you have a favorite eye? I'll always start on the right side of my face. Yeah, the cat eye is a little bit dramatic, but you know what? In the summer when you don't have time or energy or really desire to do a full face, and I mean, unless you're doing something really special, you really don't need a full face of makeup in the summertime. But it just adds a little bit of drama to something simple. And I like to draw attention to my eyes instead of any other part of my face anyway, so that's the way to do it. Make whichever part of your face that you'd rather eyes be drawn to, make that the boldest. And I usually do about two or three coats. All right, there we go. There's the finished look. So clean, simple, a little fun with the cat eye. But I will, oh, I forgot one thing. I gotta powder it. That's what I was just talking about. Take your powder brush, I use the same brush for everything, and powder your whole face. Normally I would do that before I even put on my eyeliner or mascara, but I totally forgot. So forgive me. Distracted, busy mama here. Powder it up. This just seals everything in, especially in the warm, humid summer months. Keeps it from melting off your face. And it looks nice and clean. Okay? Alright. There. I really am finished. So I'll take only my lipstick with me and maybe my powder, and I'll be able to go out, and this should stay on my face for pretty much the whole day. If you're going to be out and really busy, you know, if you're going to be getting particularly hot, sweaty, oily, anything like that, this L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Spray works really well. I recommend doing it before you put on your eyeliner and mascara, and just spray your whole face once you've put your powder on and everything, and it helps it to set and stay. I'm not going to worry about that today, but blessings on you. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know if you do something like this, if there's something you prefer to do differently for your summer go-to look. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up if you like to see videos like this, and be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. We'd love to have you join our little Homestead Hearts community. Blessings on you. Have a great day.